Good evening, Thrones fans. We have 2 games for you tonight, and I think they're both Baratheon versus Stark. We have Lucas for Team Stark playing Stark Valyrian still, and we have Stelios21 playing Baratheon Darkwing Dark Words. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Stark and Baratheon are 1-1 at the moment in the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament. And by all accounts, I think both factions are doing well. So, yeah, let's get straight into the game. Let's see what's going on. So Lucas sets up Wyman, Northern Armory and Hartree Grove. Not a bad setup. 2 economy locations, which is nice. Solid character in Wyman, unlikely to see Baratheon running March, so probably feels fairly safe. And Stelios sets up a card in Shadows of Rose Road, Bastard of Nightsong, and the Dragonstone Faithful. Good setups. Stelios plays the Maiden into the Time of Plenty. Fairly straightforward opening plots. Right, let's see what goes on in this first round. Well, we can talk about a little bit about Baratheon Darkwing Dark Words. Not touted as the most competitive agenda out there. You don't see it taking tournaments by storm, but don't underestimate it. Don't sleep on it, because depending, you can draw the absolute nuts in Darkwing if you get things in the right order. It's very easy to overwhelm some decks. Stark are very resilient. They might be a little bit tougher to overwhelm them. So in a 75 card deck of Valyrian Steel, sometimes you can take a bit of time to get your economy going. This is not the case here for Lucas. He seems to sort of hit the ground running with his economy. POS Ned. Yeah, that's an interesting call. It does seem like he does not have anything small to play out. No small. Oh, he does have something small to play out. He's just playing with our feelings. So we have Ned with a bodyguard and Wyman with a duplicate. So if Baratheon are running Valar Morghulis, maybe not so impactful. If Baratheon are running Valar Dohaeris, impactful. I would expect if Baratheon win a military challenge this round, we're going to see the bodyguard taken for claim. Quite possibly. or he might just defend the military. We have Shadow of the Throne played by the Baratheon player. Recur it back to hand and draw the card for playing it. Nice little combo there. I'm a fan of this, because not only is it a free draw, note out the Northern Armory, which Dark may or may not have been relying on. Do we have a Melisandre to Neil Eddard? Seemed pretty strong. Looks like Stelios may be pitching a card or 2 to reserve. Lucas has the opposite problem. Stelios also has the milk for Wyman. Very nice. And he sits on 1 gold. So both players sit on 1 gold. 1 gold from Baratheon is a threat of an event. 1 gold from Stark is also potentially the threat of event or an attachment coming into play. So you'd have to view this as a decent start by Baratheon, so much so that Lucas has not done any challenges. More control by Baratheon. Seen in Flame Rob Stark gone, and Stelios draws another card. Yeah, I do think this is a stronger start from Baratheon. Star card down to 4 cards, although with Valyrian Steel, it's sometimes not that bad. You can draw a card if you draw your attachment quite quickly. But of course, in the 75 card deck, when you run somewhere between 15 and 20 attachments, you can't guarantee you're going to draw an attachment that you can play, and therefore your draw might slow down. So a Wyman duplicate get taken for claim. That gives Ned the protection, which makes a little bit of sense because Ned isn't milked. Of course, Wyman milk makes him a lot less effective. Stelios going for the intrigue. I expect this will be blocked, because why wouldn't you? And then Stark will take dominance. I think going forward for Stark, the focus will be on drawing cards because the economy is there. Probably not so much need to focus on getting gold from your agenda. You'd like to get cards. I'm sure Lucas has draw in his deck. Don't know if he'd run Umber Loyalists or anything like that. Wyman would have been a good source of draw, but Stelios has done well to recognise this and nips that in the bud. I am alone at the moment, obviously, in commentating the stream, but Rebecca will join me once the baby has gone to sleep. And normally she's pretty good at going to sleep. So hopefully won't be too long. So heir to the Iron Throne and the Withering Cold. Withering Cold is a good call from Baratheon with Melisandre on the board. Especially when you consider Scene and Flame removed Robb Stark from Lucas's hand. So you think it's a good time to play it. Why not? Stelios has picked Lucas to be fair. One thing that always sticks into my mind when I see the Withering Cold is Selyse. Yeah, Selyse happened a lot. Maybe Lucas knows that and that's why he's picked Daisy. So he sacrificed Wyman and left Rickon on the board. Of course, 2 reasons why you might do that, 3 reasons even. You may want the claim soak if you have no characters in hand. He may have another, there you go, he has another Wyman in hand. Or he's worried about Valar Dohaeris. There are reasons, lots of reasons. Pardon me. So we also have Rickon there who could be bait to stand Wyman. We didn't see any attachment marshalled by Lucas this round, but he does have 1 gold. And yet we have a Red Priest. So Winter is coming, removed from the game until the Red Priest leaves play. Eddard Stark knelt. You have to assume he's now Eddard because 1, he's a Bicon in 2 important challenges with high strength, and 2, he doesn't withstand himself like Wyman does by killing, for example, Rickon. So he's more likely to stay knelt. And again, for the second round running, it looks like Baratheon have the advantage. An Iron Bank is on the board for Baratheon also. Maybe he's running a copy of Unbridled Generosity, although we haven't seen any other bestow tech, so perhaps it's an Iron Bank that's going to grow organically, which is something you don't see very often. The Shireen on the board is also going to discourage military. Not that Lucas could win military. You know, it's possible for Stelios to block with just the one character. Whether he would or not is another question. He does have a Chud there who could die. He might not want to kneel his Bastard of Night Song. But what he really does want to do is protect his hand. He's now at 2 characters on the Withering Cold turn to block a challenge from a character who can potentially restand, but that would be dangerous. It would be dangerous just to get Wyman to do that and restand Wyman, because the Bastard of Night Song would then win a military challenge, and then Lucas would need to kill Eddard, Wyman or Dacey. Let's see if anything going on in the chat. There's lots of Connor in the chat. It's Cac. Not sure what the context was there. It's Cac. Lucas may have Winter coming. He did. He will kill the Red Priest also. Yep, another reason to kneel Eddard. If he makes it to dominant, he can just kill the Red Priest and get his event back. Lucas may have other ways of trimming the board, whether he's running Wildfire or Valar de Hyris. Stelios going for the power with the Bastard of Night Song. His text isn't really a threat because there's only one power to take. So now he's taken it, there is no claim. So Lucas opts to keep his character standing and wins dominance. 3-1, end of round 2, and we're in plot 3 already. This is a nice pace to the game. Primarily because the calculations aren't too complicated. Miha or bodyguard. Oh, I'm not sure what the context is there. Okay, plot. Barring the gate into air. That's a really good barring to gates. Stelios knows how to play against Stark. I wondered if he expected the second heir to the Iron Throne. Obviously he didn't find a duplicate. That's a bit of a tempo hit for Stark that Lucas would not have expected. Bodyguard for claim, yes. Very easy for me to forget the bodyguard exists on the board. It's hard work talking shit for a prolonged period of time and concentrate on a game too. As I'm sure you understand me, it's hard to commentate on your own game whilst you're playing it. You need some thought capacity to actually work out interactions, and when you're talking as well, it just makes it more difficult. Lucas decides now is the time to kill off Rickon and draw a card and stand Wyman. Might as well do it now in the marshalling phase. Now Wyman is once per phase, because you might need his trigger again in the challenges phase. You have to expect that Melisandre will trigger again. And we have Seal of the Hand on Eddard. What a good time to draw your Seal of the Hand. Did the right thing by marshalling it straight on rather than jumping it in for a surprise, because we have noticed that the Red Priest exists, as well as Seen in Flames. Why do I think you don't stream your own games, Connor? Because you don't like commentating alone. Barring the gates. Good call. So we're just waiting on Stelios to complete his marshalling. So let's just note here that Lucas, he killed Rickon to stand Wyman, then immediately played Summer to recur Rickon and play Rickon back out. So he does have claim sake in addition to the bodyguard on Eddard. So Stelios playing the Iron Throne. He's not buffing his board presence at this moment. Does he have another R'hllor Chud to play to trigger Melisandre? Not that it will make a great deal of difference, because Wyman can restand himself, Eddard can restand at this moment. So we have Daisy being knelt. 5 strength with renown, makes sense. Stelios saving 1 gold at the moment. He does have 2 gold on the Iron Bank. He chooses not to spend that at this time. Hello everybody. Paul, what did you miss? You missed 2 rounds of Baratheon control in Stark very well. We're now in round 3, where Heir to the Iron Throne has been countered with Barring the Gate fantastically, but it looks like the momentum is shifting. This round in particular, Stark now have a seal of the hand on Eddard, Wyman who can stand himself. We did have a nice event there from Baratheon, played Defiance, an event I don't think you see enough, but it's very good with the Withering Cold. Stand the Bastard of Night Song and won the power challenge on defense. Gets to trigger the Bastard of Night Song too. Very good, I like it. These are the kind of games I like. A challenge based battle with events and things going on in the challenge phase during challenges. Unlike, say, the Targaryen Shadows and the Martell Cancer Lancer deck yesterday, which was cinematic for many reasons, but not not for good reasons. Hi, Kristen. Hello, Francisco. Love the event versus attachment matchup. Yes, it is fascinating actually. I am enjoying this game at the moment. How do people feel about the Ed? I really like this Eddard. I think he's fun. Perhaps his killing Forecast low is a little bit underwhelming. You know, if you want to use him in challenges, you need to find a way to stand him in dominance, which Stark do have ways, but then you're expending extra resources to do that, to kill a Forecast character, which isn't as impactful. Unless you're killing a Red Priest to get your Winters coming back. So it does feel like the tide is turning, despite the fact that Stelios is 7-0 up. We had the first 2 rounds of Baratheon really controlling the challenge phase, but it does feel like Stark had the better of this challenge phase. So now we're going to get to a period of the game where the resets are probably going to have a significant impact. Stark fairly exposed to Valardi. Quite a few characters there. We have Animal of the Castle Black. Yep, a staple in Darkwing Dark Word decks. Plenty of events to choose from. We have the Scene in Flame. We have the Defiance as well. Shadow of the Throne, which can only be played from shadows. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think that can be done. Consolidation of Power. Only if Lucas marshals some small characters, and we have nothing in the discard for Stark, so that's very nice. Going to be a very nice Annals for Power. So Lucas played a Time for Wolves. That would have been nice against a Valar Morghulis, which of course Baratheon wouldn't play with the boards as they are. But getting Grey Wind and triggering the agenda to draw a card is very nice. We have a Council on the board for Melisandre, because Grey Wind can trigger and return Summer to hand, which would then give Lucas some more recursion power. I'm sure Stelios is hoping that he can get a Melisandre trigger as well as some of those events off. Yeah, Mad did a bad thing. He decked himself. Well, did he just not see how many cards he had? He drew so many cards and he must have just thinking, this can go on forever. I can just draw until the world ends. And then his world ended. Donella Hornwood. It took a few seconds to think about what he is going to do. And it looks like he's thinking going wide is the answer. If Lucas can rack up some renown on Eddard and Dacey in this round, he could start to turn the tide of numbers. Of course, Stelios does have the Iron Throne if he gets a painted table. That's some pressure to bear. Saves 3 gold, which kind of smells a little bit of an attachment ambush trick. Support from the Iron Bank. Nice event. So that basically reduces the cost of each Baratheon non-character card that you marshal or play this phase by 1. He's got 5 gold, but he's also got 4 on the Iron Bank, so he has plenty of resources. He could well have a seriously depleted hand by the end of this. If you hear some bumping, that's the baby upstairs about to go to bed, I'm sure. Maybe she's going to come and say goodnight by smashing through the roof. Hi Mag the Mighty. Consolidation is in the discard pile. That will be the second event played this phase. And it would be free. See, the good choice about this is that the key card you'd expect Wyman to kill in order to stand Wyman would be to kill Rickon, so that's not an option now. You would have to kill Summer, which is something most dark players are loath to do. Francisco, you hate throne and table, yes. Well, it's been one of those combinations into core set. People used to rage back in 2015, 2016. The Chamber, the painted table is overpowered. Ban it, restrict it. And it's never been banned or restricted. But it's always been powerful. It's just a staple of Baratheon's game. Right, Stelios is going to have to marshal some more things now. He played support of the Iron Bank. And from that he managed to get a free consolidation and the chamber. But now looks like he's going to bring out some characters. Let's talk a little bit about Lucas's 3 gold. There are some 3 gold attachment in start, quite a few actually. There's Grey Wind, who's already on the board. We do have Ice, which is a card. Marriage Pact is another one. So Grey Wind has cancelled Stelios. Summer returned to hand, not entirely unexpected. Melisandre nils Eddard, who can of course restand. So now we move to the challenge phase. I think this is going to be quite interesting of which challenges are selected to push through. Stelios plays Scene in Flame. So that would be the one in the discard pile, which is now going to be removed from the game. But Stelios will draw a card. What will he remove? Will he remove whatever the 3-cost attachment is? Will he discard Summer? So that Grey Wind does not have repeatable Summer target and recursion. Hyperwall, send a direwolf back to hand to cancel the trigger. Yes, that's Grey Wind. He also gives Eddard stealth. Okay, Winter is Coming has been chosen. He fears 2-claim. 2-claim military isn't impactful in this round. 2-claim intrigue would hurt, but doesn't seem game breaking. 2-claim power may be something he's wishing to avoid. Perhaps it means Lucas does not have one of those 3-cost attachments in his hand, or nothing that Stelios is afraid of. Right, Lucas going intrigue for 5. We know he does have the ability to restand Eddard, which will give him quite a strong presence in power and or military. Stelios can push through a power challenge. There's 15 power strength, which is going to be more than Eddard and Daisy. And as Stelios' second player, he can choose if he wants to do this. Pardon me. Stannis Baratheon, taken from Intrigue Claim. It's a nice pull. Another source of card draw. Quite a strong character, immune to events. Still not immune to Winter is Coming, because that doesn't target Stannis. That affects Claim. Is that a tap on the door I hear? It is. It's Mummy and Baby come to say good night.
Night night.
Oh, let's have a cuddle.
Elsie, you say night night.
Night night.
Night night.
Okay, what's going on? So we have more things going on. So Lucas attaches Grey Wind to Daisy and does a power. So it looks like Lucas is saving the gold to move Grey Wind around for the stealth, although Mihan makes a very good comment in the chat that Grey Wind could cancel the trigger, maybe the Bastard of Night Song, and then the 3 gold could ambush Grey Wind back out. It looks like Lucas had another Rickon in hand. Kept him in hand for Claim Soak, which had done its thing. So this may be where we see the Grey Wind trigger to cancel the Bastard of Night Song. We still haven't seen Eddard use the Seal of the Hand. Not sure if Stelios has any event that he can play. He can play Defiance and stand a Chud. No need to now, but he could. Eddard's going to oppose this challenge. Grey Wind doesn't stop the Bastard of Night Song. Stelios is 10-2 ahead. Yes, Derry, it is correct. Yep, if you bring it back out from your hand, you can use it again in the same phase. Limit not the same as max. round 5. Still have about half of the game to go, so in theory we could reach 8 or 9 plots. Not that it would go that long. Baratheon is in danger of winning. Wonder if we'll see a reset from somebody here. VD maybe from Stelios. Not sure that he might, whether he'll feel the need to do that. Maybe he'll want to get rid of Stelios if he has another. We do have VD into VM. That's going to clear the boards and make this challenge phase a lot quicker. I mean, it looks like Valar D counters Valar M, and it does, to an extent. It doesn't kill Melisandre or Stelios, which I'm sure Lucas was hoping for. But the aim is to clear the board and just, from Lucas I guess, is to clear the board and just have Eddard. That's going to happen. And I guess Lucas' own Wyman and Daisy stay alive. And Stelios, you know, he also wins, he keeps his characters alive too. So a lot of people in this situation just don't choose anything for Valar Dohaeris and they put all their 6 characters back on the bottom of their deck. Some people would prefer to just put those 3 uniques, maybe the priestess as well, into the deck. Kill off the Dragonstone Faithful, make your deck smaller, and if you have shuffle effects, you don't have to worry that you're going to draw Dragonstone Faithful when you'd rather something impactful. So yeah, basically everything goes away for Dohaeris for Stark, and yeah, and like we just said, the 3 unique go away for Baratheon and the 3 non-uniques die, making his deck smaller. Yeah, very well played. I like it. Right, Stelios first to Marshal. We have an Alistair Flank, which is nice. We'll draw him a card. Well, it would, but Grey Wind has cancelled it. So Lucas keeping the pressure on. Lucas had no claim, so he's going to be playing a defensive game this round. He's going to have a fair amount of economy. He also has the Winterfell Steward now, so that's to claim, so something he doesn't need to worry about. Something that you can get in Valyrian Steel decks is your hand can get clogged with a type of card that you don't want, sometimes attachments, sometimes characters you can't afford. So Jason Malister is something that's a good choice. It means now Lucas can block challenges that he needs to. His main enemy right now is the Iron Throne and the Chamber of the Painted Table, because even if he blocks the challenges he will still lose power. And we have Seized by the Guard. Well, that's a perfect card to play at this time if you're a Stark player. You can slow down the table and chair. Keeps you in the game for another couple of rounds. Yes, Connor. Jason Malibu. All stem from a bad autocorrect that Chris Mewson wrote once. Jason Malibu. Just imagine him sitting on the beach, drinking Malibu, some nice cocktail, dreaming of the thing to discard from shadows. That's so Jaso. It's been a nice even game in terms of cards from hand. You know, Baratheon and Stark have both had a nice steady amount of cards in hand. They've had a good number of options to choose from. They've never been too low. Baratheon had too many in round 1, but that doesn't seem to have been a major concern. That's not the sound of the baby sleeping upstairs. Prediction, Connor. Are you asking for a prediction of who's going to win? No, I predicted the sea. Did you? Did you predict it? You asked if you'd seen it. You didn't predict it. Fine lines there, fine margins. Lucas asked to play a bit faster. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. We've had almost 2 minutes now of no challenges on a fairly easy challenge math-based board. Stelios is disconnected. Maybe he's having some issues with his connection. No matter what challenges Stelios does, they can both be defended, and then Lucas can stand Eddard and win dominance, and then kill Alistair. Alistair won't be able to kneel anything on the way out, so this game could be in the Stark favour. I mean, I'd say definitely Stark ahead after that happened. I can't imagine Baratheon running Valar Morghulis as well. That's a concerning time up. The game will end after the current round is finished. Pretty sure they'll just carry on playing. Poured in the clock. I think that's fair enough. Yep, good point, Miha. Edric will remove Eddard from Dom. Well, it doesn't look like Stelios is coming back. Maybe he had to go reset a router or something. Reload his computer. And he is back. So I guess they're going to have to set a stopwatch after the end of the round. We will continue. Yes. Yes, we will continue. The game will continue. Yeah, Connor makes a point of winter is coming, which isn't a possibility because 0 gold at this moment. Stelios doesn't do any challenges. So it makes sense that Lucas does something with Eddard because Eddard can restand. Maybe he wants to do something with Jason as well to get the renown. And then, like Miha says, it looks like Stelios can still win the dominance and get the chamber. Then Eddard can kill Alistair. Noble lineage is a play to get gold. Let's not underestimate the agenda. Connor is correct. So, power won by Eddard unopposed. Seal of the hand to stand. Military from Jason Mallister. Which should probably be opposed, I think. Because it doesn't hinder Stelios' winning dominance. So Jason Mallister gets the renown too. Nightmares, Eddardie's blink. Nice time to have your nightmares. Nicely played. So I think this is going to be the crunch round now. For Stark to pull this game back, they need to deal with the board. For Baratheon to win the game, they just need to keep a board and let the chamber do some work. Okay. I wonder if Lucas will be more motivated now to fix the clock issue when it poured this. You win or you die into late summer feast. Wow, Lucas can have a lot of cards. A lot of cards. And a lot of econ too. 11 resources potentially to use. That's not counting the Valyrian steel triggers. So it could be 12. I seem to have something big coming out. Rob. Rob is fine. Not amazing. Unless he has a trigger for him. A Skagos, a Northern Members, a Jon Snow, Wyman. Anything like that. Yeah. Clock on cocaine indeed. So Lucas using Valyrian steel to gain the gold. Want to get out another card. Catelyn Stark. Yeah, so no automatic trigger for Rob. Stelios has lots of cards in hand and lots of money, so we've got a feeling these boards are going to become equal again. Stark do have renown and 2 claims, so Stelios is going to want to put a couple of characters out at the very least. How much is Lucas regretting not playing the milk? Although not playing the milk is also a bad choice because Red Priest says so. I mean, 2 claim military for Stark if 1 would kill off the Red Priest and Edric, or maybe even Alistair if you want to nail something out. But Edric isn't that impactful anymore. You may keep the Red Priest around if you need the card to stay out of the game. But Robert will start to lock down some board. Lucas can't be running a 3rd copy of Heir to the Iron Throne, so there's no auto Rob trigger at the start of the next plot phase. The Water Dancer's sword is removed from the game. That's probably better for Stark, I think. Because if it wasn't, it would be discarded. There's no point in playing it now because it still get discarded at the end of the phase. Unless you needed the money for an event or something, you wouldn't really play it. It can only go on the chart. But now, if the Red Priest is removed from the game after this round, the Water Dancer sword will come back. Return to the fields. Yeah, that's possible. If you win military on defense, if he keeps that chud around. So we're going in for a military challenge. And it would seem he wants to win it. So he goes in with 10. Baratheon only have 10. So I expect a chump defense. Probably from Alistair, who's going to then die and then kneel out Rob or Cat. So I expect Alistair and Edric to die here. Okay, Stelios has killed Acolyte of the Flame instead of Edric. I mean, they're both blank 2 strength character with power icon. Acolyte of the Flame had an intrigue icon. Maybe he feels he has a crescent in hand which will remove the milk. Maybe not. So power for 6. That will force Stelios to kneel both Robert and Edric if he wishes to defend successfully. 2 claim power is a pretty significant swing, but it's almost tempting to let it go and then strike back with 2 challenges. You know, if you're Baratheon, do you unoppose it and then poke an intrigue to nil cat? Military with Bob. Power with Edric. Oh, we have Rebecca with refreshing beverages.
Hello. I come with tea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've had a very fascinating game here. I've really enjoyed this one.
Yeah? Is this the first one or the second?
It's the first one. Baratheon, Dark Wings, Dark Words. Event-based deck against Dark Valyrian Steel. Attachment-based deck. And Baratheon's been in the lead the whole time. Stark have turned the momentum around, but is unable to overcome table and chair at this time.
Fair enough. They are a difficult combo to break.
Yeah. We have to seize by the guard on the Iron Throne.
Oh, right, okay.
So it slowed it down, but that's going to go away in a round or 2.
Sorry, just taking in the board.
Taking the board.
What's this attachment down here?
Seal of the Hand.
Oh.
Winter Festival into a summer plot. So Winter Festival is, all intents and purposes, blank. Close Call will resurrect a character but will not draw a card.
Oh. That's always sad when you get Winter Festival into a summer plot. It's always a little moment of like, oh.
It's the same when you play Close Call into a winter plot.
Yeah, true.
You're a little bit sad. Oh, I needed that one card.
To be fair, normally the close call is because you want to bring someone back from the dead. But yeah, the card is an added bonus.
I mean, this is an excellent top deck. A number loyalist.
Oh, got a couple of frozen solids. Not a couple, one frozen solid.
Yeah.
One chamber, nice. That'll help. Gonna need to work really quick now. There are only 8 minutes left.
Yep, Luca played out almost everything. Is that bumping Elsie upstairs?
It is Elsie upstairs, yeah. She's awake, but she's okay. She's just like rolling around in bed a bit. And
Just
her
pumping
bed
her
is,
legs around.
yeah, her bed's like directly above this room, so
Should move her into the new bedroom.
yeah, should do at some point.
The other side of the house.
Oh no, milk on Ned.
Milk on Ned. That slows the renown down, but and also potentially the dominance phase kill.
I was gonna say, what's his text again?
Let's bring it up.
Thanks.
Where is the cursor? There is the cursor. Yeah, if each character you control has a Stark affiliation, Neil, Eddard, Dark to choose and kill a character with printed cost 4 or lower, once per
Nice.
phase. So you can only do it once in the dominance phase, but it can be very impactful.
Yeah, especially if you've got to seal of the hand as well. It means that you've got the option to actually be able to use him.
I remember playtesting this Ned, and his text was you could kill someone with printed cost 5 or lower, and he literally did nothing in playtesting. And then right at the end of it, loads of people got really upset that he could kill Melisandre just like that and ruin an entire deck just from one swing of his sword.
Right.
And then he got it changed to printed cost 4 or lower, and now he doesn't see that much play.
Ah.
And he didn't see that much play in playtesting either.
I was going to say, do you think if it was 5, you'd actually see him a bit more?
Oh yeah, probably. If Baratheon become big, you see that Ned a lot more. Because Melisandre is a 5-cost centerpiece.
I don't know why, but I thought you were going to say a 5-cost centipede then. Just
A 5-cost centipede, Melisandre with all them legs.
Hey, if it's some crazy shadow baby, it could be.
So, we've had Stelios marshalling. He's Marshal to Davos on a Stormlands fiefdom.
Mm-hmm.
He must have had a few options because he took a little bit of time, took a couple of minutes trying to figure through what he wanted to do.
Yeah, not actually done that much though, is he, in his marshalling?
No.
Just the milk and Davos.
And Stormlands fiefdoms.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to take in the board. So what have you found so interesting about this game, Richard?
It's just been close the whole way through. It felt like Stark were going to make a breakthrough. Baratheon had the early game, first two round of control. And then it felt like Stark had turned the momentum, but they just haven't been able to push through past that table and chair combo and hadn't quite been able to grasp the game fully.
Yeah.
There have been some really good counter plays as well. We've had Heir to the Iron Throne counter with barring the gates.
Oh, nice.
So that was good. And there've been some clutch cards, like Stark did a power challenge for 5, and then Baratheon played Defiant to stand a character who hadn't participated in a challenge and then managed to defend it, and then steal a power that way from the Bastard of Nightsong. It's just been good in that respect. There should be an added 3 minutes from where Lucas was waiting. I think they paused the game.
Oh, okay. A bit of toilet break or something.
No, Stelios disconnected for a couple of minutes, but Lucas paused the clock.
Well, I think this is possibly game anyway, right?
Noble lineage coming into play. Desperate measures.
That's the game.
It is. Good game. Well played. Congratulations, Baratheon. Congratulations, Stelios, for your win. Nice deck, some good plays. And commiseration to Lucas.
He did coming in and looking at the board, I would have said, "Oh, Stark are winning," until I saw the power count. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the resets were quite important as well. We had Valar D into Valar M at the same time, so it could have gone differently. But yeah, all right, Connor, you go set up. We will come and join you. So yeah, 2 games in a row. Oh, why am I pressing that for? I don't want to press that. What an idiot. What a pillock. I want to do this. Not that one. I guess Connor is going to set up. So we have another Stark and Baratheon game. Of course, these are important because the result is not yet confirmed. Whereas Greyjoy, Alex World Champion against Soylent Source, who is Sam Bratz. Night's Watch have already won their match against Baratheon, so less important. Let's go into the second, Stark versus Baratheon. I'm not sure what Connor was going to play. He did mention it earlier and we did help with the deck, but it kind of escaped my memory. So many deck talks, it's all just sort of merging into one. So Connor is playing against...
Don't ask me.
I don't know who's playing against that.
You just told me to come and join you when the baby was abed.
Alright, I'm going to have to shut that off then, to look.
Sorry. I'm not very helpful here.
Maybe you could get a stream up instead.
Sure.
And I'll look at the jousting pavilion.
I can manage that.
Oh, I think he's playing Miha. Yeah, of course he is. He is. He's playing Mia.
Awesome.
Who's now vanished. Maybe he's still watching the stream.
So we're on the same video, right? On this, yeah?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Awesome.
So we have some watchers. Lucas joined the game, then left the game. He decided too sad to watch Baratheon play again. Auto reply has joined the game. That would be Gerald, a Stark team member.
So does Stark need to win all of these games?
It's now 2-1 to Baratheon. So Stark can afford to lose one more.
Okay. Oh, you guys are saving all your games for the last day, huh?
Yeah, apparently so. I would have played earlier, but Dennis can only play tomorrow, sorry. I'm playing Dennis Luke. He plays a lot of Rush.
Okay.
So he's going to play Control, isn't he? He's going to play Conclave.
I'm not saying anything.
He's going to do some horrible shit.
I'm not saying anything.
Barrett Assault.
You're practicing fine.
Barrett Assault. I got a feeling they've got 2 assault agendas. I've got a sneaking suspicion he might try and play Barrett Assault.
I can't remember what Assault does.
Black
Shadows.
cells. Yeah, you can't kneel and you can't stand.
Oh, that just sounds horrible.
Yeah. But don't worry, I've got a plan for Assault.
You sure this isn't working? And it's not just like...
This is literally the webpage.
Okay. We've had issues with your connection before.
Don't you start. This is not the stream, this is the webpage.
Okay, just saying.
Isn't it? Shall I leave? No, I'm sure they're not playing yet. Stelios has gone straight online now and liked our post for the Northampton, England regional for the 6th of August.
Yep.
Going to be good. Me and Rebecca are going to be the only ones there, so we're going to win. Unless someone dares try and challenge us. Right, let's see. Okay, we have Miha's favourite deck, Bauer, King of Summer.
Oh, okay.
And Connor is playing Stark, Banner of the Dragon. Rebecca, that silence was Rebecca yawning loudly.
Sorry.
She is so bored.
No, I'm not bored. Elsie's been interesting at night recently. So, yes, less sleep than I would like.
Excuses.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Grandmama has joined.
Grandmama? Who is this?
No idea. Right, Connor sets up Old Gate, Sansa and Scepter, and a card and Shadows. 4 card, not bad. Miha sets up Delena Florent, the Red Priest, and the City Gates. Only 7 gold and 3 cards. But Delena is going to do work because only bastard characters I think can stand.
I think Francisco's hoping for a Direwolf stand deck. But,
Direwolf? I don't think it's Direwolf.
not with the Targ banner. What is Stark Targ anyway?
The Dragon banner generally, often at the moment, Queen's Guard and Gift for the Widow to find attachments.
Okay.
So ordinarily with the Dragon banner you'll find a lot of that going on, standing one character. And if one character in Stark you want to stand frequently, probably Fast Eddie.
Okay. So Dylan's going to be a right pain in the arse then, right?
Yeah.
She's nothing but bastards can stand in the challenges phase.
Correct,
right?
yeah. So during the challenge phase, non-bastard characters cannot stand.
That's going to be very, very annoying if Connor's deck is what you say it is.
I think it is.
Well, I guess we'll have to have Connor thinking on his feet and coming up with a new tactic.
Well, Mia has a lot of choices here because the Red Priest, when you're first player, in round 1, you've got 9 cards to look at and evaluate their potential impact upon you. The Northern Armory, he does not want an opportunity to stand your characters again, even if it's in a marshalling phase or dominance phase.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, would Northern Armory work? It wouldn't work with Dylan on the board. They'd have to use it in a different phase.
And we have Chef Bob.
Oh. Is he the standy one?
Yeah, he's an absolute nightmare for all decks.
I feel like the Barrow setup is literally the worst possible counter, or like the best counter, the worst possible, opponent for Connor's wanting to stand in the challenges phase deck.
It's clever, isn't it? Because what you want, if you're Baratheon and you know you're playing against Stark, then you tech against Stark. Now, what does Stark do? They stand their characters, so you put Delena in to stop that in the challenges phase, and you try and control them with Bob. Maybe he'll control the location, maybe he'll control low-cost characters, because that's all Connor has played.
So do you think then if you're playing against Stark, basically you just always tech against stand? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Cool, I'll remember that.
Just like a lot of Stark decks will tech against Neil. But then Baratheon have more string to their bow. They have a power challenge, trade it to the crown, lots of power challenges kind of theme running as well, which they may lean into.
Mm.
But that would be the sort of things that you'd be aware of.
Francisco's just picking up on the fact there's city gates and asking if he runs to King's Landing.
Yeah, I would expect he runs King's Landing. He does love King's Landing. Miha does.
Can you explain to me the combination and why one?
So King's Landing is the 5-cost King's Landing, the new one.
Okay.
And when a King's Landing location comes into play, you can kneel it to draw a card.
Okay.
Twice around. And also twice around you can kneel at King's Landing location to gain a gold. So this city gate will give Miho a gold in marshalling, and then he can kneel it for another gold. So basically it doubles the value of 2 of them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a really nice enabler for decks that gives you cards, it gives you money. All you've got to do is to play out cards and money.
But if it costs 5, I mean, do you actually... How long does it take to get your monies back? If you know what I mean. Like, you're paying 5 for it.
But you also get cards for it as well.
Yeah, but isn't that dependent on you actually being able to play out the city and the King's Landing?
Yeah, you have to
cards?
build your deck around it. So we've had a military come in from Bob. We've had Alyssane Duke taken for claim. Bob's gained renown. The mirrors come out of shadow to blank Delena Florent.
Nice.
So
I mean,
now-
that will help. Hi, not as mysterious, Paul. So he's saying hi.
Hi.
I don't appear as often as you do.
So the Plasma Pride is
Ooh.
working now. We have Missandei on the board after the military challenge initiated by Alyssane. So Alyssane will stay standing because Alyssane only works.
Ah, yeah, of course. If it's all Stark, isn't it?
Correct.
That is very good timing.
And Mira stands. They've kind of got a little bit of tempo here at this time. But of course in the standing phase when Bob triggers.
Mm.
No.
Oh, and luckily at the moment it has nothing kneeling, so... Okay, so the
So this
military...
is quite a difficult choice.
Sunday, or...?
No, Connor's won the military challenge.
Ah.
So Miha takes Robert's duplicate, thinking Connor's not going to run Valar Morghulis. The Red Priests, obviously, one of those Red Priests don't have a card removed from the game, so if he dies, it won't repopulate Connor's hand with the card taken because there was none.
Imagine if you just clicked the wrong one.
Imagine.
I'd do something like that.
It's obviously the nearest one over there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've definitely made worse mistakes in games, so
So Connor's doing all the challenges.
might as well.
Yeah, you either win them or force Miha to give him a card with Late Summer Feast. Bob's still going to trigger, and maybe he will keep... Yeah, I suspect he's going to keep Chud's Knelt, because one Chud Knelt against 2 of Connor's characters Knelt seemed good. Connor's 5-1 up. That's a nice start. So, Sander is a traitor to the crown. What a cow. Interested to see what plots are next. Robert does indeed keep the 4-cost or lower characters Knelt.
Makes sense. And Connor could use a couple of bigs on the board, really, to help him get a bit of variety.
Yeah, he probably wants his Fast Eddie. The Plaza Pride, I expect, will be used on a character if needed in the marshalling phase, perhaps. Of course, you expect Barasummer to be running Melisandre in the Nil package. We know Miha runs Saving the Kingdom. Now we're going to get a real look into Miha's deck. Edric Storm, Set Down Our Deeds, Traitor to the Crown, Sir Emily Florent, The Bastard of Night Song, Delena Florent, King's Landing, Alistair Florent, Milk of the Poppy, and City Gates. So by my count, that is all 4 categories.
Yep, looks like. What would you give?
Yeah, good question. So Mira's not going back to Shadows,
Not this hand.
which means
This time.
Delena is unlikely to be blanked.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Edric Storm, Citygate, traitor to the crown, and set down our deeds.
Ah, so we've used Mira to put Eddie into play.
Yes, so there may be a Mira coming back. Okay, so fast Eddie is on the board. We know he's going to be hit by a traitor because Connor's just been forced to give it to him. Okay, Grey Wind attached to Ed, which is going to potentially cancel a character trigger, which is basically vital to stop Robert.
Sorry, just checking the Grey Wind.
So he gives Eddard stealth, and when the effect of a triggered character ability would initiate, read Robert Baratheon. Return a direwolf card to your hand to cancel those effects. So that will be Grey Wind.
Oh, okay.
So if you're Miha now, do you play something like Melisandre to sort of tempt out the cancellation of the Grey Wind so you can get your Robert through?
Because it would depend on you having it, but with 10 cards in hand, there's a good chance that you do.
We know Alysanne kneels now because Missandei is on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So something that people may forget.
I don't suppose Connor's running anything like the Iron Bank or anything like that to draw back to hand.
Yeah, it's interesting also that with Missandei, the old gate won't fire if he wanted more cards.
Ah. I guess that's the risk, isn't it, when you're playing a banner? Well, a banner in Stark anyway. Stark,
Yeah.
like it's all Stark theme.
He's playing City Gates. He's only got 4 gold to play with.
Yeah, it's not a lot really, is it?
It's not an
Then
amazing
again,
map, but I expect we will see the attachments now.
Oh, I think I'm being summoned by the child.
The child is getting up. She's got a toy in hand. There are noises.
I'll be back.
In a bit.
Sure.
Yeah, so what will Miha play with his last 2 gold? Will he play the traitor on Eddard? Does he have a milk? What is he concerned about? Connor takes an action and stands Sansa. Yeah, I think that's a sensible play. Because it can't be done in the challenge phase. You have to wonder if Miha was quicker with his marshalling here. Would he have passed the opportunity up for Connor to do so? Connor may have gone to challenges and that would be lost. So Eddard is a traitor. Power challenges are no longer great for Stark because they've only got Alysanne 2 strength in power challenges available. So, gift for the widow pays 2 for the Wolf King. Eddard will no longer kneel for military challenges. That's good tech against Robert because if he doesn't kneel, there's no need to stop him restanding. So Alysaine's going to kneel, that's fine. He went in with both presumably to give Alysanne some of the extra power to speed the game up. You'd hope that rather than he forgot. He wouldn't have forgotten. So you're going to get an unopposed intrigue through as well. The Red Priest died proclaimed, the one that had not taken a card. And Eddard triggers. We had Gift for the Widow into Wolf King Rebecca.
Oh.
So Eddard does not kneel to attack in military. He went in with military with a kneeling Alysanne, and Eddard won to get 2 renown powers. Not unopposed. The Red Priest that didn't take anything died to claim. We now have Sansa, intrigue, going to be unopposed. She's going to get renown and unopposed, putting Connor on 9 power.
Ah, and it's okay that it's kneeling out his board because we're just going to use the Grey Wind on Bob's trigger, right?
Yes.
Seems good.
And discarded a Milk of the Poppy as well.
Oh, even
Which-
better.
It begs the question, why did Miha save 1 gold? He could have milked Eddard. He chose not to.
Ah, so he must have something in hand then.
He must have something.
Is there some kind of cancel he could use on Grey Wind? I mean, it's not Lanny, so it's not going to be a treachery.
Privileged position is a card, but I think it's just character location that cancels, or events.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's attachment. You can't cancel Grey Wind. Connor has finished his challenges. He doesn't have a standing power icon. Robert Baratheon attacking in power.
Yep, so unopposed, claim and renown.
Yeah, Miha will win dominance.
Why?
Because Eddard the traitor, he's
Oh, we've got a
won't count.
traitor on it. Oh.
Ah, so here we go. That 1 gold was for the scene in flames.
I don't know, I feel like the 1 gold might have been better with the Eddard. Milk on Eddard, to be honest.
It depends if he feels like he can control the game and not worry too much about the renown.
But still, discarding cat's going to be good.
Yeah, gonna be good. Yeah, Lucas in the chat now. So reset by Miha next turn. I would suppose he still had tricks like Grand Melee. Won't stop Eddard and Alasane. Alasane kneels at the moment, so Connor would need to find a way to get rid of Missandei. Maybe he runs something like Return to the Fields, who knows.
Yeah, return or marched.
Not sure he would run March, but Return I would maybe expect.
Okay.
Grey Wind cancels Robert. I'm sure Mia's digging now for that 3rd Red Priest because he wants that Grey Wind.
Yeah. In that case, you'd want to go first, wouldn't you? So that you can play out the Red Priest and get it out of hand before it can be played. So possibly a higher initiative plot if he does have the Red Priest in hand.
Maybe. If he does play a reset, he gets rid of the Red Priest and Edric, you presume, which reduces ability to win dominance and gives him Northern Armory back. If he gets rid of Delana, well, standing in the challenge phase becomes a thing again and Plasma Pie becomes powerful. So maybe a reset's not favourable at this time.
Are you thinking for reset then Valar?
Yes. I wouldn't expect Baratheon to run Valar Morghulis or the Stranger or First Snow of Winter. Maybe. I mean, maybe they would, but Barrow Summer probably not.
Okay, so got Return to the Fields as you thought. I'm assuming that's going to be then for the Melisandre. And Grand Melee.
Missandei.
Is there, yeah, Missandei.
Let's return Melisandre to the fields.
Yeah, that seems like a wonderful idea. They both begin with M, it's fine. And then Grand Melee, that's one way you have to put in 2, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So again, Miha does not have a lot of gold. He's going to have 7 gold, which is going to
It's
be...
not a bad amount.
Yeah, it's not a bad amount.
I mean,
But
Connor's
you're
got
staring
5.
down potential non-kneeling Alythane and Eddard in military. Grey Wind again seemed pretty vital, but Connor doesn't have a lot of economy to do anything else with his board. That could prove problematic. If he's not going to further his board date, okay, that will help for the next round.
Yeah. I mean, Connor's in a pretty good position at the moment.
Saving 1 for Winter is Coming.
If the deck runs it. Did you enjoy your tea?
I do, nice.
Good.
I can breathe again.
Because you've had tea.
I'm sorry, honey, did you say something?
No, it's all good. Oh, okay. What's this one?
Storm's End.
What's it do?
So basically, This is a good card. During the challenge phase, characters without a power icon cannot stand. Not so bad at this point, but reaction after a military or intrigue challenge is initiated by or against you, kneel Storm then to change the challenge type to power.
Oh yeah, I played this card.
Yeah, you played it in our test games.
I did. So the characters that have been traded, they technically still have the power icon, right? Because it's just that their strength isn't counted, not that they lose the icon. Yeah?
Correct.
Awesome.
So I think this is where the game probably swings in Baratheon's favour now. No new character for start, no new power icon, and now Mia has power challenge control.
So because Stark haven't actually initiated a military challenge, does that mean that they could still do an actual power challenge after this, if that makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. So theoretically you could do 2 power challenges in a round. It's like Connor forgot about the power thing.
He says shit, maybe he has tilted a little bit because now he played I Am No One on Sander discarding the bodyguard. And he's also forgotten about Mia's plot.
Oh no. What a silly sausage. Yeah, I think that's thrown him, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's thrown. Probably just need to take a second and reset, and then go in again.
Thing is, he could have just gone in with the scepter there, and you know, he'd have won that intrigue then.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Realising in the comments. Yeah, it's always a sad time when you forget the plot and do something stupid like that.
Yeah, most people do it with famine. Famine, the really easy plot to forget about. But this one, yeah, might be up there as well. Might be up there with like the Hollow Hill location, which nobody ever triggered online until 2 phases too late. And siege preparations as well. I misclicked. You probably forgot, mate. I'll let you take it.
So a power challenge with strength 7, and that is unopposed. So we're getting unopposed and claim and renown.
Of course, Storm's End works the other way. You could do your own military challenge, turn it into power, and then do a power challenge.
Oh really?
There is a Baratheon location called the Stormlands, which allow you to initiate an extra power challenge, but this is probably just better. It's more versatile. It costs 1 more, but it also has a stop standing thing. Versus standard king or queen that the Stormlands has. Right, so we're 7-6, and I think.
As if it's a tie for Dom. Sorry, just amuses me. Stark has all their characters standing, but because of the traitors and Edric Storm, it's a tie for Dom.
Joffrey knew that Eddard was a traitor. That's why he lopped off his head.
Ah, is that what it is?
Sansa's a traitor too.
Oh my gosh. What about the scepter? Doesn't she die?
Yeah, she did die, but not because she was a traitor, because she ran.
Seems like a wonderful reason to kill somebody.
You ran.
Right, what are we getting next? God, my throat's gone today. Can't seem to talk.
Could have been running your mouth, you know.
Yeah.
Chatting all the time, giving it a bit of lip. Yeah.
You
Ruined
wanna
your throat.
elaborate on that?
Yeah, you've been talking rubbish all day.
Right.
Saying how, you know, you might have lost your game yesterday, but it's only because your opponent got really lucky with his draw.
I didn't say that in the slightest. Oh, you and me, we're having words after this, mister. Make your own tea next time.
Am I an asshole?
I would not use that language on stream. Totally would, but I'm not in this case.
Wow.
What is going on? Have we selected plots yet?
We're waiting for Miha to select his plot.
Okay.
Could be an important important one. He doesn't want to make a mistake here. It's the second grand melee. Connor reveals the Smith, so he can nil locations, which is really good actually for Connor. So he can nil one of his attachments to nil a location.
Wait, what? Say that again. What's the Smith do? Nil an attachment to choose a nil location. That's handy.
Yeah.
And is it nil? Oh, it can't be any attachment though, right? It would have to be your own attachment.
Of course, yes.
Because it would be really stupid if you could nil someone else's attachments. Cool, so Grey Wind then is kneeling Storm's End.
Wolf King is kneeling Storm's End.
Wolf King is kneeling Storm's End. Yeah, that's totally what I meant.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we have Karth as well. So we can remove the traitor.
Ah, nice. It seems good. Payment gold.
Of course, you know, as soon as that happens, Milk of the Poppy's coming out.
Yeah. So traitor coming off of Ned there and getting a dupe. Seems good.
But can you do anything else with the 5 gold? 3 cards.
He really needs another character because if we've got another Grand Melee, he needs to be able to put in a couple of people at a time. Luckily, he's got a few standing people.
Nymeria for Intimidate.
Okay.
And Malion's Tome, which is a restand for Eddard.
That seems.
So he could do all 3 challenges with Ned now and spread a lot of renown. That's dangerous. Now, if Melisandre comes out, Grey Wind will probably cancel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as it stands, Ned and Alasane could do a non-kneeling military together. Ned and Sansa could do an intrigue together. Ned will restand. Sansa will get renown and a Ned power. And then, I guess, power with Alasane and Ned. But I don't think that would be one.
Yeah, it still needs, 8 gold? 8 power, sorry?
But I mean, potentially in just renown, to Ned twice, sharing out the renown plus Sansa, that's 5 power. So it's not enough to win the game, but it's enough to really do something. But Miha hasn't marshalled yet.
What's Sweet Sleep?
Sweet Sleep, it's a 0 cost attachment which blanks every other attachment attached to attached character. So,
okay, yeah, I can see why that'd be annoying.
So yeah, if Miha plays Sweet Sleep on Eddard, Eddard is just Eddard. So there's no Wolf King, there's no Grey Wind.
Oh, good point. Can he stand there because of Delena?
I'm sure Delena will get blank.
How?
I don't know. Francisco just made a very good point.
Stop being more on the ball than we are. Maybe he's got Nightmares in hand as his last card. Seems a little bit unlikely, but we can dream, right?
He does have Nightmares.
Oh, okay. So it could be Nightmares.
Some might say it really should be a Nightmares.
I mean, he was lucky enough to find his Karth. Oh, here we go. We're going to dig for the Nightmares. I'm assuming that's what he's doing anyway.
I would assume so.
I found it. Wait, what? Why is it discarded? No, he's used it. Yeah, okay, cool. I had a moment then. I was like, he just chucked it. Awesome. So he's Nightmares. I'm assuming Delena. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Eddard has stealth as well. Because of Grey Wind.
Chris Mewson's just got in.
You're going to watch the stream back again, Chris, so... But we've had a really good first game, and we're having a really good second game. It's been very interesting. No snowballs, no wipeouts, just some interesting, good old-fashioned fun. No counter-lancer bullshit.
Yeah, it's just sort of nice bog standard thrones, isn't it?
Yeah, all the trick coming in from attachments and events, rather than stupid interaction. So Eddard and Alasane win a military.
Yeah.
Unopposed.
Unopposed.
Double
so we get
still.
unopposed and 2 claim. Sorry, 2 renown even.
I say 2 claim. What?
That'd be amazing.
What? Red Priest died, so Connor gets the Northern Army back to hand.
Nice.
So Robert Baratheon is now Connor might have a chance of winning the power challenge.
Oh yeah, because it was Intimidate as well, wasn't it?
Mm.
Kind of forgot about that. Big old intrigue there going in. You might just do it, you know.
Jesus Christ, he might. He would have to stealth Shireen.
Yes.
Sansa's restanding just so she can have renown by being in the challenge herself. He might actually do this.
Intimidate. Wow, that's just ridiculous. Has he got it?
Jesus Christ, Eddard's going off.
Make sure you put in 2 characters at least.
Can put in all 3.
Cool. Good. Just checking. Wow, he's actually going to get it.
Just like that.
Bloody hell.
I don't think Miha had no gold.
No.
Maybe he thought he had enough time and didn't need to play Valar D.
That was an amazing... I'll get into nightmares, yeah.
Yep.
In the comments there you can see Connor just said it's a one-off nightmares in the deck.
Wow,
Any draw
way to rub salt into the wound.
Nice. Wow. Well, I didn't think he was going to be able to get 8 in one turn, but I guess I was wrong.
He's getting more than 8 in one turn.
He's getting a lot more than one.
Because he's getting Eddard Renown, Sansa Renown, Eddard Extra Renown, Power Claim.
Does Eddard's Extra Renown trigger... Is it twice around, is it?
I don't think it had the limit. It doesn't have a limit.
It doesn't have a limit? That's amazing. Yeah, Carth as well was good there to get rid of that traitor.
Yeah, that was obviously super important.
I wonder how many Carth are in the game, in the deck.
I think he runs multiple Carth.
Okay. I like the comment. It's infuriating, but unfortunately you can't punch people over the internet quite yet.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, well done, Connor. Commiseration to Miha. It was a bit of a perfect storm. I don't know how consistently that could ever happen with the Stark Dragon deck, but when you get the Carth you need, when you get all the attachments you need, the Grey Wind, you know, Wolf King, what else we got? Malian's Tome as well to restand it and give him an intrigue icon.
Yeah.
He needed to win all 3 of those challenges. But also, if Miha played Valar D, like obviously that's 2 less characters, and I don't think Connor was able to push through.
No, because he didn't have enough cards in hand, really, did he? He didn't seem to really have any characters to actually play out. Mind
you, if he has, he doesn't need to worry about Grand Melee if he played Valar D, so he just can use 1 character in the challenge.
Also true.
But then he wants to use 2 characters in the challenge anyway
to get the extra renown.
For the renown, yeah. So.
Oh, that was a fun ending.
Wow, what an ending! Again, great game. I hope you all enjoyed the game. I think even Becca enjoyed a bit of this game.
Yeah, I like Stark.
I like Stark. Stark is my favourite.
Well, I like Stark and I like Targ, so you know.
Oh, I see. So you like Stark Dragon?
Apparently, I do.
Do you remember your Targ Wolf deck from really early in the game where you just ran Khal Drogo and the Vanguard of the North with non-kneeling army, double military, terrifying the shit out of everyone when you put to the swords?
I think I played Dave Bamford in that tournament. I think he was close to crying.
Well.
Oh, that was good. That was fun.
Yeah, shall we say our goodbyes?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, then I guess it's